Okay, well here's today's job. Put new rotors on this Rav4 and we just document how this looks before we take it off. Got that loose, got the caliper held up there, nicely secured, and we just copy all of this so we've got it. Have a look at the CV joints while we're in here. They look alright, boots are good. Okay, everything looks pretty good in there. So we'll just take this off, put the new rotor on, and we're done. And do the other side. Quite easy actually. Okay, there's what the new rotor looks like. That's what the old one looks like. So they say this has got a special coating on it that's going to keep it looking like this. That'll be interesting. We'll see. Okay, this rotor's got the shoe cage sitting there. There's the caliper. This rotor's just going to come off quite easily. Sometimes you've got to get a probably a 12mm metric bolt and put through there to push this off. But this is actually just going to lift off just like that. So that goes there. That's it. It's pretty much identical. So we just lift the other one back up. I'm going to put it in the same sort of orientation. And there you go. So we'll just fit the cage back on for the brake shoes, and then we'll put the caliper back on. There's only 2 bolts, 4 bolts actually, but these are 2 of the main ones. They're 17mm, and then these are the other, I think they're 14mm. So that's what holds it in, and we're good. Speaking like a cowboy there. These caliper bolts, they don't need to be torqued up at 80 like the mounting bolts down there for the actual bracket for the caliper. They're 80, but these are only 25. So we've got our torque wrench set, there we go, to 25 for those. So don't over torque these, you don't want to over torque. And that nut is a locking nut, so you may have to put a shifting spanner on that to hold it while you tighten that guy up. So yeah, but anyway, that's it. They're back in. That's the first one done. That took all of about half an hour. Easy done. Okay, what's happening here is we've had a bit of a change of plans. Normally you'd use a metric bolt in there and another one in there, and you just tighten them up and pull this. The rotor would actually pop off, but I don't have those particular bolts, so what I'm having to use is this puller. So we're just going to wind that up and it's going to just pop it off just like that. So that just got it to release without too much trouble. Okay, for these larger bolts, the mounting bolts down the bottom, these are 17mm, and so you've got to use the torque wrench on that, and so your setting for that will be 80 pounds, or 79 pounds as the book says, but those 2 at there need to go up to 80 pounds. So we're just going to put the torque wrench on. We'll have to go vertically and get that on. Get this socket on first. And we just pull those up. Keep pulling them up until you hear the keep pulling. It's a good idea to do both at the same pressure. So we keep pulling on that until we get 80 pounds. We just heard the torque wrench click. Alright, after a little road test of about 10 kilometres, you can see those discs look really good. It's a nice result. The pads are still in great condition, so we didn't bother changing them. But that's it, job's done. Took about an hour. Rav4, easy done. So yep, do it yourself if you can. Don't need much, just a few tools and you're over.